Okay. So good afternoon. It's morning still actually. It's not quite afternoon yet. It's 15 minutes before the start of the 145 Alive, which I'm taking part in. And it's looking a bit miserable out there, but hey. I get the luxury of being in the house to do the 145 Alive rather than go out onto the hills, which I would much rather do because I'd get a few more stations, but down here it won't be so good, I shouldn't think. The headphones are necessary because the radio is actually plugged straight into the mixing desk and I wouldn't be able to hear it otherwise. The hat is also necessary because you can probably see the little microphone stuck on the hat there. That's so you can hear me. It's a wireless microphone, just a cheap one off Amazon that I've had for years. I had to do some surgery to the transmitter today. The transmitter's got a battery in it. The receiver hasn't. The receiver's actually running off a power bank, which is, well, it's kind of necessary if there's no battery in it. So I've got the display of the FTM-400 in front of me there, and I've got the band scope up, so you can see that there is actually activity on the 2-meter band. Let's see if I can bring this camera in so it's a bit straight so you guys can see it there. That's probably the best I'm going to do. It's propped up with a SDR Play pen. That's the only thing I had lying around just to try and prop it up a bit. They're not a sponsor, by the way. I just happened to get that pen at the National Hamfest. The hat's a Yaesu hat. Again, not a sponsor. I just got the hat at the National Hamfest. That was given to me by Radio World, I believe. So I've made myself a cup of tea ahead of the event. But I'll probably make more tea during the... I've also got biscuits as well, which is good, because I do like my biscuits and I do like my tea. So just in my living room, the antenna's just outside the window, so I'm just keeping an eye on the wind. If it gets too windy, I'll have to stop and have to take it down because of the way the antenna's actually up at the moment. But it should be okay. I don't think it's forecast to be as bad as it was over Friday and Saturday, I shouldn't think. Well, I'm hoping. You just never know. So I've just made myself a cup of tea, and I'll probably go off to the kitchen a few times during the course of the net and the live stream to make more tea, because I've decided I'm not going to bring the teapot through because after the New Year's live stream and having the milk out, the next day it had gone off. So I've kind of learnt my lesson from that. That's kind of my own fault. There you go. So I have checked the levels for volume and everything. I've had to turn the volume on the radio down a little because otherwise it's going to not be ideal. I won't be doing as much talking whilst the net's running so that you can hear the other stations. But I will have to drop the squelch, so you will hear some static noises, and we obviously don't want you complaining too much about that. So I will have to drop the squelch now and again if there's someone there but I can't hear them, and I might have to. But if I still can't hear them, then I still can't hear them. So I'll just be using this microphone. This is just the standard one that comes with the FTM-400. The radio's currently on, I think it's on high power at the moment. And I've checked the antenna. The antenna's about 1.5, 1.6 to 1. So we're okay. It's not going to be too much of a problem. I'm using mains power. I'm not using the battery. The battery's just there as an emergency fallback, just in case. But I can't see any reason why there'd be any power cuts today. There's no lights on in here because the tube has took this precise moment to actually fail in the one light that doesn't sputter a little when it starts up, because the other one it does start up and then the tube sputters, and that's not ideal. So I'm just keeping my ears open. So we're on 145375. That's the net run by Ian G0CNN. He's most likely setting up as we speak. He might be chatting to somebody else on another frequency, I don't know. Well, you know, it's probably quite cold and miserable for him up there. He most likely will also be doing a video, so I'll probably post a link to that in the description of this live stream once that video goes live. He'll hear more than I will because of where he's located. The last time I did 145 Alive, I was up at the Fleek, which is up in the Dales. Quite a high point. Very good for VHF, I found. That's when I still had the 991A. Obviously this time I've only got the 400, but that's okay. It still does the job. Still a 2-meter radio at the end of the day. The 991A is a shack in the box. I sold mine to cover things like rent and stuff at the time because my car was in the garage. I wasn't able to work, as regulars to the channel will know. So I had to sell it to make money, but now I haven't really got anything to sell to make money, and I'm not willing to part with the FTM-400 because I don't have another 2-meter and 70 SEMS rig that can do that kind of power output. So because I'm using a wireless microphone, I've got to be vigilant of the battery. So if you suddenly can't hear me for whatever reason, it means the battery's run out. Or it may mean I've turned the microphone off because I can just turn it on and off from the radio pack on my belt. Because I can't directly mute it on the mixing desk. Well, not on this mixing desk anyway. I could do it on my big mixer that I have at my desktop computer, but because I'm on my sofa and I'm using the laptop to live stream, then, well, you know, it is what it is. So, got tea, got more tea in the kitchen if I want it. Does mean boiling the kettle, I would imagine. But I'm not going to be drinking lots of tea through the stream. And there won't be much talking from me, apart from either when I'm transmitting or if there's something I should comment on. I might not see the live chat immediately because I'll be focusing on the radio. And I must forewarn you, because of the way the radio is connected, it might only put the audio for the radio out on one channel. I don't know yet. It's putting it on the left channel in these headphones, but I'm not sure whether it'll do that on the stream end. But we'll find out when the time comes, because I've not actually checked that on a live stream situation. I've only checked that on an audio recording. And it seems to put it onto both channels on an audio recording, so we should be okay. I'll just check the microphone is actually plugged into the radio properly. It is. And we should be ready to go in, we're looking at about 10 minutes to go. So hopefully Ian's got everything set up. His antenna might be lower than normal, I don't know how he's going to do it. So obviously I'm not there. I'm down here. We'll find out. He'll mention it when he goes on air. The band scope's there just to show that if there's any activity on 2 meters, and there certainly is a little bit. I did have a quick tune around, and I did hear who I suspected might have been, not sure if it was him, but it might have been Simon 2E0NMK. Well, I assume that still is called Simon. I've not heard whether he's actually passed the full license yet. Well, it definitely sounded like him. The antenna is somehow above the roofline. I don't know how. It just is. So it should be okay. So I should get reasonable coverage all round. Should get across to maybe Middlesbrough with what I've got. And the station's over there. The station's probably up Scotch Corner and Darlington Way. Definitely Ian because of where he's located. There you go. So I'm just waiting patiently. Whilst I'm not running a net myself, because I am absolutely useless as a net controller. I've tried, it's never gone well. I just like to take part, and, well, the idea of 145 Alive is take part and speak to whoever's out there. That's all it is about. It's not a contest. It's not 5-9, number in the log, whatever. Next. It's not that at all. It's basically, you go on, try and work as many as you can, depending on who you can hear. If you can't, you can't. It's not contest at all. You're not scoring points. It's just something to enjoy and have a bit of fun. That's all it is. And this will actually be my first use of the FTM-400 since before it came out the car, actually. Before the accident. So last time it was used, it was on the way back from National Hamfest, and it was transmitting APRS. And that was the actual last proper on-air transmission it has actually done. It hasn't been used really since until today. I mean, I've tested it into a dummy load, which was necessary to make sure everything's all okay, and it's absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. You might hear the fan kick in on both the power supply and the radio, but you might not. Depends on how directional this microphone is. I'm not sure. So I'm just waiting very patiently now because we've got 5 minutes to go. I think I'll have one of my biscuits. I've got chocolate, plain chocolate digestives today. Excuse the eating noises. There came as a pack of 2 from Farm Foods. Quite recommend Farm Foods, actually. You get some nice stuff and it doesn't cost too much. It's within walking distance of where I live, so that's even better. I did have a broken biscuit selection as well, but I finished them. So you know me, I like my tea and biscuits. Alright, I'll just bring my cup in. Now, it turns out I'm not the only person doing a live stream. There's at least 2 others I know of. One, I can't exactly remember the name of the guy or the call sign of the guy, but I think it's in one of the net controllers. Actually, I'm not sure if it's still actually going on there, because there's a few that aren't. Then there's Callum M0MCX. He's also streaming as well. So there's plenty to choose from. You can watch me, or you can watch any other video or live stream on 145 Alive. It's all going to be the same sort of stuff. But, Okay. So I do have the time in front of me, which is a good idea. You know what? Speak of the devil and he shall start live streaming. Yes, I am actually subscribed to DX Commander, so there you go. Nothing saying you can't watch 2 live streams. It's called choice. Again, excuse the eating. Might try not to eat the biscuits with the microphone on in next time. And the cup's rubbing against the microphone. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. So I can actually hear it rustling in the headphones, because obviously the headphones monitor all channels on the mixing desk, not just the radio. The headphones, in case anyone's interested, are Sony MDR V150 headphones. They're good headphones. I like them. This is my second pair of them. I do have another pair that are completely broken, but they still work. It's the headband bit up here that's gone. The cameras I'm using are the usual ones I use for filming videos anyway. Well, actually, one of them is. The other one is the phone that I was given by my sister whilst the police had my Google Pixel 8a, which I've also got the Pixel 8a back. Right, so it is now 11:59. The band is starting to light up a bit. So I'm just waiting now. So I'll grab my microphone. So that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Can't join a net if I don't pick the microphone up. Right. I'll try not to blow into the microphone that's above me head there. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I key up, but we'll see. Are you there, Ian? Yeah, spreadsheet in front of me says he should be on 145375.
Just having a cruise around for this.
Okay, somebody there. That's what that strong signal was, but it wasn't Ian. What if he's below my squelch threshold? Shouldn't be. Right, so I've checked the spreadsheet. He is supposed to be on 145375. I dropped the squelch, I can't hear him. But I should be able to hear him from where he is, unless he's operating from home, which that spreadsheet would have said if he was or not. Have another drink of my tea while I'm waiting. I'm hearing other stations, which is good news. But not the one I was looking for. Okay, so 145375 says he should be in Square IO94AI. I know exactly where that is. And I downloaded this one from the above Facebook. There's something there. Right, I can't hear Ian for some reason. Maybe he's got his antenna low, I don't know. You guys could tell what that is.
No problem, Ian. Golf Zero, Victor, Golf Zulu returning. Yeah, fine, yeah, lovely signal. I thought I wasn't going to get you at first because I thought you were a bit late. I've shouted at one of them already. I was just jumping about, so I'm in and out at the minute. Anyway, I'm in north of Shildon, Eldon, and it's Italy Oscar 94 Echo Papa EP. So there we go. Back to you again, and see if there's anybody else about before I'll hang about a bit, and then I'll jump out and I'll come have a run about and then come back again. But I'll let you know when I am. G0CNN mobile, portable, sorry, G0VGZ.
Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform.
Mike 7 Victor Romeo Oscar.
G1 Joseph returning. Good afternoon, Ian. I bottled it. I'm at home. So India Oscar 94 India Mike. And you are a good solid signal considering your situation. 5 and 9 plus 20 into south of Middlesbrough. Go.
Mike 7 Victor Romeo Oscar is Ryan, Romeo Yankee Alpha November. I'm located in India Oscar 904 Lima Mike. That's India Oscar 904 Lima Mike. That's in Gisborough, North Yorkshire.
Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Oh, I don't think he heard me. Yeah, I'm literally struggling to hear you.
74 Denmark X-ray Papa. India Oscar 94 Hotel Oscar. India Oscar 94 Hotel Oscar. I'll be in and out. I'm not going to be on all afternoon, Ian. Just thought I'd give you a shout. Anyway, you're 5 and 5 with me. Owen was then stopping the other stations you worked. I couldn't hear. From G4 DXP.
Echo 0 November Mike Kilo. India Oscar 94 Golf Radio, and the name's Simon there. Back to you. Right, it's a village of Coxor, just north of Sedgefield there. Back to you.
Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform. Yeah, it is, Ian. I'm struggling to hear you down here, so I'm guessing your antenna's not as high as it would be. Yeah, probably about 4 and 3. But I can just say hear you. So yeah, it is Paul. I'm in Catterick Garrison, India Oscar 94 Delta Juliet.
About the halfway point between York and Scarborough. So they say.
Andy, I've got down in Barnsley, no problem. I get him normally anyway. I'm interested in the guy in Malton because I've been looking for years for a guy who was in Malton. Don't know what he is now and if he's on. It was a guy called Steve, and his call sign was Golf 1 Victor Delta Oscar VDO. Guy called Steve. He was always on the GB3HG repeated with us back in the 80s. I don't know if he's still about or what. I don't know. G0VGZ. I'm not sure where. Do I go back to you, Ian? XNB. Can you copy me PG0VGZ up in just north of Darlington, 10 miles north of Darlington?
M0XMB G0VGZ. Yeah, I've got you at 5 and 2 there. Call sign doesn't mean a great deal to me, I'm afraid. There's only one other that I'm in regular contact with in the Bolton area, so yeah, it's certainly not one I've heard of.
No problem, no problem. What reminded me as well, your accent exactly, his voice was, you sound like him. But yeah, no problem, thanks for that. You were 5 and 6 here, by the way. I'm running 40 watts with a X200. I'm 500 full ESL mine, and I've got a clear run all the way down there. But yeah, so anyway, put it back to you, and then I'll shove it back to control because I need to jump out to start my dinner off and then come back again. So back to you, Pete, and then we'll shove it round back to Ian there, G0VGZ.
Well, Georgia, thanks for that. I guess it's the Yorkshire accent, and even in Yorkshire, obviously, we've got local dialects. I'm pleased to be getting you, actually, because I'm running compromise myself. I did bring the tower and the 10-element Yagi, but like everybody else, the wind's put me off. So I'm just operating mobile with the core linear on the roof at the minute, which is working well.
Good stuff, yeah, you're cracking through this way, so I don't know, everyone's going to, I think, get quite a few good overs on this net, Ian. So we'll shove back to you, Ian, G0VGZ. Like I say, I'll jump back in, but I've got to get things started, you know, preparing and whatever. I won't be long. G0VGZ.
G0CNN Mobile, G1 Joseph returning. Well, I heard all bar 2, and both were M stations, but at the moment, not necessarily in any particular order. Ryan, over in Gisborough, M7 VRO. You're about 5 and 7, Ryan. There is Steve, M0, Romeo Tango India. I think that was the call. Whereabouts are you? Can't see. Anyway, you're a good 5 and 9. There is also M0WNU, Paul. You are a +10 into Stainton, just south of Middlesbrough, so a good shout to Catterick. And then there's G4DXP over Carlton. Yes, Charles, you're bending the needle, thank you very much indeed. And 2E0NMK, Simon, good afternoon, Simon. You're a lovely signal of +10 from Cocko there near Durham. I think I've got most, except the 2 M stations. Andy over in Barnsley, there was no copy, and the last M station, who I think, who was it? It was trying to have a chat with him. Couldn't hear anyway. So that's where we stand at the moment. Back to you, Ian. G0CNN Mobile, G1 JSF. I'll let you crack on and see how we go, rather than hog the frequency here. Anyway, you crack on. G0CNN, G1 JSF.
Mike 7, Victor, Romeo Oscar returning. Yeah, well, it's, I wasn't able to hear the last station that I was calling. At least so far anyway, I'm hearing everyone else. I'm hearing John, I'm hearing you and the other station as well. I haven't got a list here, so I probably should have gotten that, but so far I'm hearing everyone else. I've heard that one station there. I am part of the Gisborough and District Amateur Radio Club, as you would know, Ian. I just haven't been there in a good while though, unfortunately. First time we're doing this 145 alive net, so it should be quite interesting. That might cock up a bit, but that might happen. But yeah, so far it seems to be going great. Weather has been not so great though. There was quite a lot of wind over here, especially yesterday. And it turns out one of my antennas has lost a couple of its prongs or something. It was one of my scanner antennas, so I need to try and see if we can get that back in at some point. But yeah, the wind's been crazy over here in Gisborne. And it's, unfortunately, the antennas have been surviving, surprisingly. The two of the prongs have been taken out, unfortunately. That's what's really what's happening so far. But yesterday I was out in Middlesbrough at the sports village, watching my Middlesbrough Powerton Football Club doing a match with Hull. So that was fairly interesting to watch. It was with one of the other teams that is lower than me, and they did great. I think it was 2-1 at half time, or full time, sorry. And then I can't exactly remember what the other score was for the second game. But it was fairly good. It was fairly good indeed. I had lots of good laughs and lots of cheering as well. It scored twice. Yeah, a bit of that to you then, Ian, if that's how this works. Yaesu FTM-400XDE. If you give me the call sign again, I'll see if I can call up. So, go ahead and station G1 with a GSS and 7VLO.
You're 5 and 9 with me. Back to you.
Alright then, thank you for the 5 and 9. You're 5 and 6 for me, surprisingly. Over here in Gisborne.
Okie dokie. Ian, do you want me to go through the list? Hello?
Okay, so I'm not hearing anything right now. We'll see.
G0CNN Mobile, G40XP. Right then, M7VRO, ON5 and 9, CNN Mobile 5 and 5. Simon in Cox, so there's a bill for a new front end in the post. Paul in Catherick Gareth, and you're very strong indeed, 5 and 9. Pete in Malton, 5.5, but I can copy you okay. John in County Durham, VGZ, and stopping, but please don't offer me up to him, it's like feeding the crocodile. And the last John in Stainton, can you give me his call sign phonetically, please? I haven't got it sorted out. From G4DXP. Ah, right, no it isn't. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll try, see if, I don't think he will, but I'll try Pete in Malton, because I don't think he will get me. I'm running 10 powerful watts. M0XMB from G4DXP, any copy?
Yeah, I've got you there, Charles. I've got you at a 4 and 1. You're actually coming through okay, perfectly readable.
All right, that's excellent stuff. Thank you very much for that, yeah. I don't think I've ever worked anybody in Malton before, not when the conditions are flat. I couldn't hear Andy. I've worked him when there was a bit of lift on, but I couldn't hear him at the moment. And Mike in Weatherby, for some reason, I can't hear either. Anyway, I won't hog it. I've got to go for my lunch in, so I'll put it back to you. Thank you very much for running in there. With a bill, I'll come back on later on. G0CNN Mobile, G40XP, standing by.
Well, that's good going. Chasing down the movers to get the Bolton on 10 watts from where you are. In fact, it can't be a straight line. You must be. So good on you. Yeah, Mike, whether for now, he's got a yard. He's not quite getting down to Charles, so it's not common. I think everyone's some sort of issue on the all of it. Coming down to Charles, let's go back to the this one I found when you look at the results across the UK, just where we are with the population level. So it's trying to show my interest.
73 in, see you later. Thanks a lot there, Ian. Well, I've got you to 5 and 5. I have Pete, M0XMB, at about 5 and 5 also. John, well, he's a 5 and 9 plus 20. Charles plus 30. And John, well, I'm sending him the bill for the new front end as well. I'll try Malton there. M0XMB 2E0NMK. Any copy?
Yeah, 2E0NMK from M0XMB. Perfectly readable at a 5 and 2. This location's obviously working well today. Hearing quite a few stations, so I'm quite happy with that, considering operating compromised, considering the weather.
Hey, Roger. Just wondering whereabouts you are.
I'm physically located at the top of a local hill. It's called Setrington Beacon. It's about, I think it's 185 metres ASL. So it's a good spot. It's got a brilliant view over West Yorkshire, so it's great for working all the West Yorkshire Andes, etc.
Yeah, Roger, because I wasn't too sure whether you might have gone up towards up towards the big house there where they've got all the deer in, just slightly to the north of Wetwang.
Sledmere House. Yeah, I've not worked up there. It's been on my list to try out though.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, like I said, I've got you about 5 and 3 at the moment there, but it's good. I think John might have been on about Steve Webb, because he used to be along Moulton at one point in time.
Yeah, I don't know many people in the local area, and there's only one in particular that we communicate with quite frequently. There is a couple of others, but I've never actually heard them on air.
Yeah, there used to be a lad years ago, I think he was into motorcycle racing. He was from Moulton as well, and he was a ham. I can't remember his call sign though, but I think it might have been about a G4, something like that.
It's Tim, M0ITN.
Yeah, that's it.
He's the chap I know. We're often up here on the hill together, experimenting. 10 metres actually a lot we experiment with up here.
Roger. Anyway, yeah, well, at least I've got you in the log at 5 and 3, and you're up at Setrington. Okay, no problem there. Back to you, Ian.
I didn't think anything, to be honest, looking at the weather report, so yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are going.
Was that for me, Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform? Yeah. Like I say, I can hear you, Ian. You're a bit up and down sometimes, but you're quite low into the noise at the moment. Everyone else, at least 5 and 5 for most stations. Some 5 and 9. But there probably will be some I can't hear, considering I'm quite low down in Catterick. The station in Moulton, do you copy Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform in Catterick Garrison?
M0WMU from Mike 0 X-Ray Mike Bravo. Yeah, I've got you, Paul, at a solid 5 and 5 here.
Yeah, say 5 and 5 for yourself. Can you just go again with your call sign? Call sign this end is Mike 0, Whiskey November uniform.
Call signs Mike 0 X-Ray Mike Bravo. X-Ray Mike Bravo.
Yeah, Mike 0, X-Ray Mike Bravo. Yeah, copying, like I say, copying you at 5 and 5 from Moulton. That's not somewhere I've normally heard on the air before from here. I've got a bit of a temporary antenna set up just outside my window. So it seems to be doing quite well. But I'll pass it back to you and then back to net control.
Copy all that. Moulton itself, yeah, you probably won't hear a great deal because we are literally surrounded by hills. We've got the World's one way, the Howardian Hills the other, Rose the other way. So it's quite difficult to work, particularly VHF and UHF, which is why I've come about 5 miles outside of Malden to the top of one of the hills, which then becomes a really good place to work, as Ian's finding out.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. I thought you might be higher up than Malton proper itself, because I sort of know the area as well, having driven near there when I've been going to Scarborough now and again in the past to see a friend of mine there. So I kind of have a rough idea of whereabouts you might be, and yeah, if you look out my kitchen window, you can actually see all the hills that are in the way. Anyway, we'll pass it back to Ian G0CNN, and I think he's mobile.
Sierra Echo Tango Tango Romeo India November Golf Tango Oscar November. G0CNN from M0XMB. Unfortunately, I've been unprepared and not been doing too well keeping a list. Like you say, I've worked a lot already. It's a shame the chap in Wetherby, I think it was Simon, has gone off. I actually work in Wetherby, so it would have been a good chance to have a catch up with him and see what the situation is in Wetherby.
Golf 3 Mike Alpha Echo.
Can't hear that one.
Roger, Ian. The name's Tony. My locator is India Oscar 94 Hotel Kilo QSL. No, I'm in the little village of Appleton Wisk, which is roughly halfway between North Allerton and Darlington.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hearing that one. I think even if I drop the squelch, I might not be able to hear that one.
I'll be back. Sorry about this, Ian G0VGZ.
G0VGZ, G3MAE.
Good afternoon there, G3MAE, G0VGZ. I was on the higher frequency when you shouted to the young lady, but obviously in the... Yeah, I was going to run back the kitchen there, so I'll make this brief. I just shouted in there to let you know I was still listening, but not being able to talk, but never mind. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch up with you, G3MAE, because you are local to me, and we'll have to have a bit of a chinwag sometime. I've heard you on a few times, but you've been busy talking, so I've not jumped in. But yeah, I'm John. I'm over just north of Shildon. Originally from Stockton-on-Tees. G3MAE, G0VGZ.
G0VGZ, G3MAE. Yeah, fine on that, John. Yeah, look forward for longer natter. Yeah, 5 and 8 to 9 in just between North Allerton and Darlington. Anyway, we'll catch you further down the log.
No problem, okay. I think you were in a village where, unfortunately, one of my school friends passed away at a very early age. He just got married. I'm sure you were in that village, if I remember. Anyway, we'll catch up with you later. G0VGZ.
G1JFZ, was it, from G3MAE?
Golf 1, Juliet, Sierra Foxtrot, returning. Good afternoon, Tony. Yeah, we worked a couple of times before. You're bending the end stop over here into Stainton, just south of Middlesbrough. Back to you, Tony.
Yes, John, we have worked before and recognise the QTH and the call sign. Yeah, you're 5 and 9, no trouble at all. Nice to hear you again. So back to you for any final remarks.
Yeah, G1 JSF returning. Yes, thanks, Tony. As I say, you're a good, solid signal, and we'll speak again. G1 JSF, back to you.
Roger, thanks for the chat briefly, and we'll work you further down. So back to you, Ian. M7 VRO G3MAE, a very good morning to you and trust you well. M7 VRO G3MAE.
G3MAE, M7 VRO. Good afternoon to you, sir, Tony. Name on the phone is Ryan, we'll get Yankee Alpha November. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, hope you're doing okay as well over there. I don't know what your location is, but yeah, as Ian said, I'm in Gisborne in North Yorkshire. Back to you, Tony. M7 VRO.
M7 VRO G3MAE. Yeah, fine on that, Ryan. Yes, he used to have an aunt-in-law, for better word, living in Gisborne, but fortunately she passed away a few years ago. I have been to the Gisborne Club once. We'll get back again when the weather's a bit fine, a bit better. So nice to work you for the... I think we have worked before, actually. The name rings a bell. Without flicking pages in my log, it'll be a bit difficult. I'll have to start computerising this log of mine. Anyway, take care, keep safe, and look forward for our next NASA G3MAE signing, and listening for any final remarks.
Yeah, G3MAE, M7 VRO the final. Yeah, I was going to speak to you for the first time, and yeah, your signal's great. You're 5 and, was it 5 and 7, 5 and 8 with me.
You're on that, you're 5 and 9. Take care, and I'm going to have to go QRT because lunch is ready, guys.
Roger, Tony, yeah, everyone's out for lunch. I've got a basket of coffee and a cold sandwich, so very jealous. No, that's Tony, and thanks for saying this. And yeah, I'm a sandwich as well, but I have to sleep, so there's one. I was talking to you on the store to go wrong, otherwise we could have mentioned the out where a chair and car anyway. Tony is lunch, thanks for joining in. And you know, G0CNN.
7-3, take care, and enjoy the rest of your day in the mist.
G0CNN mobile, G1 JSF. Yeah, I don't know, is Simon still there? 20 NMK. I don't know whether he was popping off for lunch as well, but this 12 o'clock business isn't doing you too many favours. Back to you. Yeah, I think he said he was popping off as well. There's only a couple more that I had was M0XMB, unfortunately no copy, and M0WNU Paul, he was bending the needle. But that's it really, back to you. Have a go. M0WNU G1JSF.
Yeah, G1JSF, M0WNU returning. Yeah, you're pretty much end stopping me here in Catterick Garrison as well. Yeah, name this end, yeah, is Paul, like I said, in Catterick Garrison.
G1JSF returning. Yeah, thanks Paul. Yes, lovely, lovely signal. But I think I'm almost line of sight for you, and in that direction anyway. Location here is actually just about 50 metres ASL, but overlooking the whole Tees Valley, and almost wall-to-wall horizon from east through to west. To the south, unfortunately, I've got the North Yorkshire Moors rising up to 430 metres, a big lump of ironstone. But your way, I think almost line of sight. But lovely signal and great to talk to you. M0WNU G1JSF.
Yeah, G1JSF from M0WNU. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it's definitely more or less line of sight, probably for me in that direction as well. Yeah, the other way, it's probably just straight down the valley, and then I've got, if I look out my kitchen window, which roughly faces to the east, I think that is. Yeah, it will be the east. I can see the North Yorkshire Moors, no problem at all. And normally I can hear Ian perfectly fine, but I think he's probably using something compromised. It sounds like he's mobile, because he normally parks up somewhere on the Dales. And yeah, I can normally hear him well, but today, no, I can't really hear him that well. Yes, I'll pass it back to you for your final comments there, G1 JSF M0WNU.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed, Paul. Yes, no problem at all. Yeah, as I say, line of sight to you, but a lovely signal there from Catterick. And yes, you're down in a dip from where Ian is, so literally he's probably going straight over the top of you. Anyway, I'll put you back to Ian, and thanks for the chat. Oh, excuse me. G0CNN Mobile, G1JSF. Unfortunately, nothing heard there. Moulton is just the wrong angle of dangle for me. Back to you.
Yeah, M0CNN from M0XMB. Yeah, I am getting John. It's a 4-1, but it's perfectly readable.
Right, brilliant. Shame we can't natter away there. Well done, Pete. M0XMB, G1JSF. You take care, stay safe, and perhaps we'll do it again.
Mike 7, Victor Romeo Oscar Charlie. I can only hear you and John, G1 GSF at the moment, Ian.
M0 Kilo Oscar Mike. Juliet November, Italy Oscar 94, Juliet November. There, Ian. As I say, I'll not be stopping too long either. I've got visitors, plus I've got a dinner on. But yeah, Peter, are you copying Lenny? Mike 0 Kilo Oscar Mike, over.
M0 KOM. Getting you a 5 and 1 there, Lenny. Yeah, perfectly readable.
Oh, you're there, very scratchy, Ian. I know he's there, I know he answered me. Got my mast is down. I should have put my mast up, Ian, but as I say, I can't stop. I've got visitors, plus I've got the dinner on. I thought I'd give it a shout. I can hear Ryan okay. That's all I've heard. I never heard John, because I've just come on frequency. But I'll not stop and I'll not hold it up, Ian. I'll put it back to yourself, over. I'll call back in when I finish prepping this dinner. I'll call back in again, over. Please all take care, have fun, bye.
Sorry. Joseph returning, if I may, just check I've got it. Well, Billy No Mates, I think. I'm going to go hunting. I'm going to go and see whether I can get anyone else. I doubt very much I will, but you never know. Someone else might be daft enough to have put up a big antenna. But it was a tad breezy here yesterday. I don't know what it was like for you, but yeah, a tad breezy. So all my stuff's down, so I'm just... the Cornelia survived, though. That's the main thing. Anyway, thanks for hosting the net there, as always, Ian, and I'm sure we'll speak again. I might pop back a little later if there's nothing about. So anyway, G0CNN Mobile, G1 Joseph, and to all the company, 7-3 Swall, take care to that.
Now I can't hear that one. Some I can, some I can't.
G0WRT from M0XMB, absolutely end stopping me ball, it's like you sat next to me, full on 5 and 9 there. Copy of there, Paul. Likewise, my locator is Indy Oscar 94 Papa Delta.
Yeah, I'm still here, Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Yeah, I'm not sure which other station you're trying to pass me to. I don't think I can hear them. Hmm. Not hearing that one. Oop. Some of the stuff in the box under the coffee table's decided it wants to move a little bit.
Golf 4 Foxtrot Zulu November.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, hello there, Ian. I have been listening to you for quite a while, but I've been going on other frequencies as well. You're about 5 and 8 with me. You're doing all right on your mobile whip. My locator's India Oscar 94 Echo Kilo. And once you've closed down, have a listen for Gordon, PNN. He's on 145.45, and I did work him earlier on as well. So there you go, Ian, thanks for running the net. I can hear everybody north of you, but I've not been hearing some of the IO93s you've been working. G0CNN Mobile, G4 Fox, Zulu November in Richmond.
Listening.
Well, there's a few more stations calling you by the sound of it, Ian. Let me just very briefly, Mike 0, X-Ray, Mike Bravo, please copy Golf 4 Foxtrot Zulu November.
G4 XZN from Mike 0, X-Ray, Mike Bravo. Got you a solid 5 and 9 there, Chris. It's I think it's a nice line of sight between the hills up to Richmond from where I am.
Very good, you're 5 and 9 with me. The name is Chris. Back to you, Ian.
Roger, Chris, thanks, sir. What's the word is not
G4FZN, G1JSF. Can you hear me, Chris?
I certainly can. G1JSF, G4FZN. You're 5 and 9, 5 by 9. I believe we almost worked last a time or two ago when I was mobile. Your call sign sounds familiar. Name is Chris. IO94 Echo Kilo. G1JSF, G4FZN.
G4FZN, G1JSF. Yes, indeed, Chris. I'm just... when I'm mucking about like that, I have a paper log, but you're in the real log now, and you're plus with me. Lovely signal into Stainton in south, it's just south of Middlesbrough. IO94 India Mike. But anyway, thanks for the chat. Appreciate you were on the way out, so I just thought I'd give you a quick shout. G4FZN, G1JSF.
Okay, did you say it was Mike?
India Mike.
Oh, sorry, I meant your name, actually, over.
Sorry, name here is John, Juliet Oscar November.
Okay, John, fine business, yeah, 5 and 9, no problem at all. Here at Richmond, nearer to Scotch Corner than to Richmond, but Richmond is the place I give. Back to you, Ian, over. Look forward to it.
2E0 IBX, Ian. India Victor X-ray. Roger. Roger, Ian, it's Daz, Delta Alpha Zulu, and I'm, my QTH is Darlow, Roger. I think it's 9-4, Roger. I'm up on Flowerdale Estate.
Can't hear that one, I don't think.
Golf 7, Victor November, Mike. Certainly, I'm near to Crook. The name is Alan, Alpha Lima, Alpha November, and IO94 Delta Quebec. Over.
Juliet Sierra Foxtrot returning. Yes, heard Daz, no problem at all. He's just over in Darlington there. He's been stopping me. Good afternoon, Daz. Name here is John, Juliet Oscar November, and the QTH is Stainton, just south of Middlesbrough. So lovely signal there. Couldn't hear the 2E1, was it? Whoever that was, nothing heard. But G7 VNM, Alan over at Crook, lovely signal also, 59+++. And that's about it. Back to you, Ian, a G0CNN mobile G1 JSF.
Certainly do. When is this last over there? 7 VRO. G7 VNM 7 VRO. Good afternoon to you. I certainly did, Ian. I certainly did. G7 VNM, M7 VRO. Good afternoon to you. Say that one more time, Ian. I was trying to call G7 VNM there.
Yes, I am hearing him loud and clear. I didn't get his call sign though.
Sorry, G7 VNM, call signs Mike 7, Victor Romeo Oscar, M7 VRO, and the name here is Ryan, Romeo Yankee Alpha November. The locator is in India Oscar 94 Lima Mike, that's in Gisborough in North Yorkshire.
Yeah, that's all received. That's a really good signal, actually. I'm quite impressed. I'm doing fine here. I've got just using a medium power on my radio in the shack at the minute, but I'm quite nicely located on top of a hill.
That should certainly help as well then. Yeah, your signal's great. You have 5 and 5, 5 and 4 with me from Gisborough. I wonder how I sound from your end, Alan. What my signal is. Back to you from M7 VRO.
M7 VRO, G7 VNM returning. Yeah, your signals are very clear. I would say probably definitely a 5.7 at least.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm only running about 25 watts on the radio here.
Yeah, likewise, 25 watts.
Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. I think there was at least one or two there that I might have been able to hear. If you could just maybe see if they can get me, and I'll let you know. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Yeah, 2E0IVX from M0WNU. Do you copy?
M0WNU, 2E0IVX. Yeah, loud and clear, Paul. Really, really good signal. Very, very strong.
Yeah, you're about the same to me as well. 559 plus actually. Down here in Catterick. Did you say you were in Darlington? Is that correct?
QSL, Paul. Yep, up in Darlington, not far from the A1 junction, Roger.
Yep, all copied there. I know roughly whereabouts you would be there then. Yep, so like I said, it's about 509 plus here. Yeah, the name is, you said you got correct there, is Paul. Was your name Daz, is that correct?
Yeah, Roger, that's Daz. Darren or Daz, only the mother calls me Darren when I've been naughty, so yeah, I always stick to Daz, Roger.
Yeah, okay, no worries. I'll pass it back round to Ian. G0CNN, I believe is mobile, which is probably why I'm not hearing him too well. Yeah, I'll give it a go. The station in Crook, I think it was. I didn't get all the call sign off Ian, so if copy Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform, if you can come back with your call sign, please.
Yeah, it's Golf 7 Victor November Mike, Golf 7 Victor November Mike, and you are a very strong 5 and 9 to me near Crook, over.
Okay, G7 VNM, I think that was. Yeah, you're about a 5 and 5 to me down here in Catterick Garrison. Yeah, able to hear you, no problem at all. I think I might be running a little bit more power than yourself, because I've got the radio set to full power by the looks of it. Yeah, so like I said, 5 and 5 back down here to Catterick Garrison. No problem at all. From Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform.
Yeah, just up to my power to full, I think it's 50 watts on this rig. Is that any better, G7VNM? Back to you.
Yeah, G7VNM and Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform returning. Yeah, it's brought it up a little bit. About a 5 and 7 now. But they do say more power doesn't always make the difference. But yeah, still good down here to Catterick. Not a problem at all.
It's, like I say, your signal's excellent to me here. Doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I've got the antenna just out the window, but it is making it above the roof line, which is actually kind of impressive. I'm in a top floor flat, and it's a bit difficult to put antennas up, but I've managed to come up with something to do the net today. But yeah, it's obviously doing quite well up to Crook there. I didn't quite copy all of that. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Okay, I can give it a go. But I can't hear you too well, Ian. Obviously, with your compromised setup. Yeah. So if that station can try and come back to me if they're able to hear myself. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. I'm going to assume that's a no.
roger that, Ian. G0CNN 2E0IVX. Can you hear me, Roger?
Yeah, absolutely stonking signal, Daz. Name here is Alan, Alpha Lima, Alpha November.
Yeah, roger that, Alan. You're a good plus 30 here, down in Darlow on the edge of the A58, junction 58 of the A1, Roger.
It's all good. I say I'm in Crook. I'm sort of halfway between Crook and Bishop Auckland, so, but we're, I say, fairly well on top of a hill here, and I've got the antenna mounted on the side of the house above the apex of the roof, over.
Yeah, roger. It's very similar to set up to me. I've got the X50 up on the top of the apex of the roof, so I'm probably getting good line of sight signal to you, Roger.
Yeah, that's all very clear. Yeah, I've have the X50 as well. Been out there a couple of years now.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I'm only pushing 50 watts, so but I can quite easily get the repeater up at Crook anyway from the C4 FM. So yeah, very good signal. Very good signal.
Returning. I am getting Daz. Last over was very difficult to read, but when he was working another station, he cranked his power up. I did get him at 4 on 1.
No, negative, Ian. Must be too far away here.
No, not quite. It's I can hear he's transmitting, but I can't make anything out. Over.
PMJ.
Station calling you from Driffield that's quite strong with me. I'm guessing you're not getting them? That was me, Ian, mate. 0 X-ray, Mike Bravo.
Don't think Ian's going to be staying.
Yeah, there's a station in, I think Driffield, Mike 0 Delta Mike Bravo, that's calling in Ian. I'm guessing you're not hearing them? Mike 0 Delta Mike Bravo, M0CNN. I can hear both of you fine, obviously. Ian M0CNN, sorry, G0CNN. The station Mike 0 Delta Mike Bravo is actually on top of Sutton Bank. They're hearing you fine, but obviously you're not hearing them. If you're going to close the net down here, and I'll take it up with M0 DMB outside of the net.
Ian. Well, I can't stay, but I'm quite happy to give people reports, Ian. I didn't realise there was so many on when I called in. I'm actually busy with something else, Ian, but I can give you a report first time round. You're 59+++, of course, Ian. So if you want them to, I'll let you do it. You can pass them to me. If I can hear them, I'll give them a report, Ian. That might be the easiest way. G0CNN, mobile, I think, G0PMJ.
Thanks, Ian. G0PMJ, Golf 1, Juliet Sierra Foxtrot, name here is John, Juliet Oscar November, and you're bending my needle, Dave, into India Oscar 94, India Mike. Back to you.
Likewise, John, you're also doing the same. It's quite a long time since we've had a chat. Well, since I've heard you're on, but I haven't been using Tilmeters a great deal myself. Been busy with other things. But yeah, full scale, John. Nice to hear you. Thanks for the contact. I'll put it back to you and you'll put it back to Ian.
Thanks very much indeed, Dave. Yes, it's well, according to this, it's 12 months ago, so that's incredible. Anyway, you take care, you stay safe, and I'll put it back to Ian. So thanks for the chat, Dave. G0PMJ, G1JSF, back to you, Ian.
Certainly am, Ian, certainly am. Z0PMJ, 7 Viavo.
7, Victor Romeo Oscar. Another one I haven't spoken to for a long time, Ryan. Yeah, about a 5 and 8. 5 by 8, Ryan, over.
Okay then, so confident, Dave. That sounds great. Yeah, I'm over in Gisborne, located India Oscar 94 Lima Mike. That's India Oscar 94 Lima Mike in Gisborne.
Okay, I didn't realise that you were checking the locators. My locator is Italy Oscar 94 Foxtrot November, and I've just had another look at the meter, and you're in the red. You're just a little bit over the S9, Ryan. Right, I'll put it back to Ian from G0PMJ.
Yeah, I think I heard my call sign there from you, Ian. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Not sure who you're passing me to.
Okay, Ian. Mike 0 Whiskey November uniform. Paul, I think it is. This is Golf Zero Papa Mike Juliet. You're full scale into Darlington, Paul. Italy Oscar 94 Fox November, over.
Yeah, all copied from yourself there. Yeah, Mike Zero Whiskey November uniform returning. And yeah, you're full scale back down to Catrick Garrison as well. India Oscar 94 Delta Juliet. Yeah, the name at this end is Paul. Could you just go again with your name and your call sign, please? Because I didn't quite catch that.
Okay, Paul. Yeah, it's Golf Zero Papa Mike Juliet G0PMJ, located in Darlington, and the name's Dave, over.
G0PMJ, I believe that was, if I've copied that correctly. And yeah, you said the name was Dave. Is that correct?
Roger. Italy Oscar 94 Fox November for your notebook, over.
Yeah, all copied. I'm not actually keeping a log myself. I'm just calling in and just seeing who I can speak to. It's a struggle to speak to Net Control because he's using I think he's using just a whip on the roof of his car. So I'm just struggling to speak to Ian, but I can just hear him. So I'll pass it back to you, Dave, and then we'll pass it back to Ian from Mike Zero Whiskey November uniform.
Okay, Paul, nice to meet you for the first time. You pick it up, Ian. Mike Zero, X-ray, Mike Bravo. I wonder if you copy. Golf Zero, Papa, Mike Juliet, over.
G0PMJ from M0XMB. Happy New Year, Dave. You're the normal 5 and 7 we make here in Bolton.
You're 5 and 5. I think we might have spoke before, but I can't remember the name. Name's Dave at this side, and you're 5 and 5, 55. If you want the locator, it's Italy Oscar 94 Foxtrot November, over.
Well copied, Dave. Many apologies. Name's Pete. Papa Echo, Echo, Tango Echo.
Okay, doke, Pete. Nice to meet you again. Back to you, Ian. Zero IVX, I think it was. Italy Victor X-ray. I was a bit slow with that one. I think the name's Daz. Yeah, full skill when last heard, Daz, over.
Zero PMJ 2E0 IVX returning. Yes, Pete, Dave. Yeah, you're off the scale. You're pushing plus 60 dB on my 991A here. You could probably shout through the window. I could probably still hear you, Roger.
Yeah, well, I've got it open because it's got up a bit breezy again, so we're not going to try that one today. And nice to meet you for the first time, Daz. I'm pretty sure it is. Right, back over to you, Ian. G7 Victor November Mike Alan in Crook. I wonder if you copy. Golf Zero Papa Mike Juliet, over.
Yeah, absolutely. Stonking signal to myself here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Alan. Full scale on this radio. And I wouldn't say it's a right generous meter, but yeah, good job, smashing. Italy Oscar 94 Fox November, if you're interested. I think you've got the name, Dave. Located Darlington, north side of Darlington. Right, back to you, Ian. I think that's it. So I'm going to disappear if you don't mind and carry on with what I'm doing. I got roped into that competition again, Ian. The long days, usually about 7:30, 8:30 when I get in the shack and there's usually one or two about, and it's I forgot what it was like, Ian, but I'll tell you what, I've had a swift reminder. I'm not sure how many stations I've worked up to now. I know it's over 2,000. I think it's 2,200 and something up to now, Ian. It's easy enough to do. Just put one of the. You might already know this. One of the call signs of the activators, and it's live, Ian. You probably know this, and you can look at all the details over. For now, 732 all the other stations also. G0PMJ is now clear.
G0CNN M7VO, I haven't called out John yet, G1GSF. I don't believe I have yet.
G1GSF returning. I think we did have a chat fairly early on. I've come back, so yeah, we did fairly early on there, Ryan. M7VRO, G1GSF.
1GSF, M7VRO, copy, it's over there.
Golf 8, Yankee Delta Charlie. Yes, okay, name is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November, and I'm calling from Nunthorpe, 5 miles south of Middlesbrough. G8YDC, over. I think it's India Oscar 94, Japan, Mexico, over. From G8YDC, yes, out to you, G1GSF, G8YDC, how are we doing, John?
G1GSF returning, yes, good afternoon, John. Turned out a nice day, didn't it? Not heard you on for a long time, but also looking forward to getting back to the Rainette. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, and anyway, by the way, you're Benman Needle, so back to you. G8YDC, G1GSF.
From G8YDC, yes, same. It's full red. Okay, trust you well. G8YDC out.
Yeah, Roger, Studio. Also got Ryan in Johnson, meeting 1 p.m. Mike 7, Romeo, Oscar, Ryan. Yes, we don't try.
YDC, 7VR returning. Good afternoon, you, John. Name on this side is Ryan. Romeo, Yankee, Alpha, November. My current QTH is in Gisborough, in North Yorkshire. The locator is in India Oscar 904 Lima Mike. That's India Oscar 904 Lima Mike.
Yes, got all that. This is G8YDC. Name's John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November, and I'm 5 miles south of Middlesbrough in Nunthorpe. India Oscar 94 Japan, Mexico. I'll have to have a look on the meter to see what the signal strength was. Go ahead.
That's all fine, John. Well, for me, you're about 5'8", 5'9" with me, which is obviously great. I'm running 25 watts here at the moment, and yeah, like I said, I'm in just back to you.
Yes, okay, Ryan, G8YDC. You're 5x8, 5x8, over.
Very good indeed. Put it back to Ian in the next patroller, G0CNN M7VRO.
All go ahead, G8YDC.
G8YDC M0WNU. Yeah, I'm getting you 5 and 9. Maybe 5-9 plus 10 down here in Catterick Garrison.
Very good. From G8YDC, name is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November, and you're also 5x9. I'm in Nunthorpe, just south of Middlesbrough. G8YDC, over.
Yeah, G8YDC M0WNU. Returning, yeah, yeah, all copied there, John. Yeah, yeah, like I said, you're doing quite well coming down here to Catterick. So we'll pass it back round to Ian, G0CNN, who I think he is mobile. So that's why I can't really hear him that well, but I'm getting you perfectly fine there, John. So I'll pass it back round to Ian, G0CNN.
Yes, I would think so. 2E0 India Victor X-ray. Go ahead, G8YDC.
G8YDC, 2E0IVX. Yeah, loud and clear, John. I'm getting you about 5 and 7, Roger.
Yeah, 5 and 6 this end. This is G8YDC. Name is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November. And I'm doing about 35 watts, over.
Roger, I'm pushing about 50 watts, Roger.
Okay, nice to work you for the first time. G0CNN, go ahead, G8YDC. Yeah, from G8YDC, that should work. Go ahead, G8YDC.
G8YDC, Golf 7 Victor November, Mike. Yeah, you're a good 5'8", probably, to Crook, over.
From G8YDC, just send again. I was writing down, over.
Sorry, yeah, you're a good strong signal, probably a 5'8", and the name here is Alan, Alpha Lima, Alpha November, and you've got the call sign, I hope, Golf 7 Victor November, Mike, over.
Yes, got that. This is G8YDC. You're 20 over at this end. G8YDC.
That's smashing, thank you.
G0XMB, go ahead, G8YDC.
Yeah, G8YDC from M0XMB. I think this will be a tough one, John. I've got you.
No, over the top of the hill, G8YDC. Really? This is G8YDC because the S-meter is showing absolutely nothing. M0XMB, go ahead, G8YDC.
This is Mike 0.
I got TFX.
Portable. I've changed to a proper roofline and built out. Hopefully you can hear me. Mike 0 Delta Mike Bravo stroke portable. Dr. Roger from the top of Sutton Bank. Carol, Charlie, Alpha, Romeo, Oscar, Lima. Roger, Roger. Yeah, it's a bit black up here and there's a lot of piles of snow, but it's not doing anything at the moment. Back to you. You give me a 5, but I can't really tell you the reading because it's Rick didn't have the scale on. Back to you. Yeah, I can hear quite a few people. I can hear Pete nicely because he's only about 5 miles away. Back to you.
JSF negative.
No worries.
0XMB, I've got you 5 and 9, Carol.
So much indeed, Ian. You take care, stay safe. Wimping out, Waterman. Yeah, that's why I'm down here and not up on the moors. You take care, stay safe, mate. Ta-da.
Yeah, thanks again, Ian. 7-3's, bud, and take it easy in that new car of yours, yeah.
Thanks, Ian. Mike 0.
Ian G0CNN and 7 Viola.
Mike 0, Delta Mike Brad.
That are you still listening? G080.
I think Ian has...
E1 Geosat, M7 Violo.
Yeah, I think Ian has now decided.
M0 DMB.
Geosat, M7 Violo.
M7 VRO G1 GSF returning. Hi Ryan, how are you?
Let's knock that down for the moment. So I think Ian's decided he's going to head back down from the Dales. It must have been quite bad up there for him not to have put his usual mast up. If he had, I would have heard him no problem at all. But unfortunately, that's just how the weather is. The next 145 Alive, I will be live streaming it again if I can. I can't guarantee that because I can't guarantee what I'm actually going to be doing on the day. But at the end of the day, Ian's had to make do with what he's got, and it's been a mobile whip on the roof of his car. If you've seen his channel, you'll know what car he's got at the moment. And where that mobile whip's actually installed. So it's also going to depend on which way round he's parked the car as well. But I don't blame him for not putting a mast up if the weather was atrocious up there. I don't have a clue what it's like up there because I've obviously not gone up myself because I don't have a car myself at the moment. Anyway, I was expecting this to go on for a bit longer, as you do. Might be worth having a bit of a tune around to see what else I can find. So, see if there's any other nets going on. I am hearing plenty of people. The one at Malton, I think he was on a hill. There's a young lady up at Sutton Bank who I could hear. But obviously I had to wait my turn in the net. But we didn't get to work her anyway. Anyone in Darlington, Middlesbrough, there's an M7 in Gisborough as well, I heard. Everyone in that general direction, I would hear no problem at all from here. So that's pretty much how it was, to be honest. So I will have to give my friend in Scarborough a call. She did come up on the chat earlier. So I will give her a call at some point once I've come off the live stream. Obviously I won't do it while I'm still on the stream. But let's have a tune about, see what else we can find. So let's turn the volume back up.
No, he's done a very, very good job as usual. And
Other way.
Off the Whitby Road, you might have seen me antennas over the house roofs.
I think that's just an old TSO.
Just before the cemetery, but I'm on the left setback in a side road.
Try not to knock the cameras
Yeah,
over in.
very good. Okay, Carol. Dave's wanting to do some experiments, so he's in his car up on Artoft End, which will only be about...
I think this is just noise down here. Starting to go into repeaters down there, so we don't want to go into the repeaters.
But with
I think that's a gateway there, so we're not interested in
he
that.
part owns Man United, so it's...
Okay, so I'm going to put this back onto 145-500 because I don't think there's going to be any more for any more. And that was, well, 145 Alive, the net run by Ian, who has now closed the net, and he's on his way back down the hill. And I'll just keep the antenna up a bit longer, and if I do hear him, I'll have a bit of a chat with him. So that's going to be the end of the live stream at that. So I will catch you in the next one. So next video. So that'll be 7-3 from me. I didn't even make it another cup of tea. I didn't even get the chance. So yeah, 7-3 for now. I'm going to go and make that phone call, and I will catch you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.